Hello, hello, hello. I pray you're doing wonderful this morning, this evening, whatever time you get to watch this. I'm coming to you with another makeup tutorial. As you can see, I'm starting off by priming my face, which I rarely show you all in the videos, but I'm showing you this time. I'm using the Smashbox, and this stuff is the bomb. It's supposed to smooth out any any lines or anything like that. And whenever I use that, my makeup just goes on like flawless, supposed to like fill in lines and kind of like blur out anything without an app. All right. And so here I use the primer by Tarte, and it's called Shape Tape on my eyelids. That's why it's looking kind of crazy. And here is one of my favorite pencils by Wet n Wild called Simmer Brown Now, and I am just going over my brows, shaping them and, shading and all that good stuff. And I've already concealed my brows with some of that concealer that I showed you. And now I'm going into the Serve Cosmetics palette. I am loving this palette. Like I told you all last time, if you didn't see the video, check it out. The link will be in the description box. This is one of those palettes that is perfect for soft glam looks. And I wanted to do a nice smoky eye, but I don't like my smoky eyes totally blacked out. And so I always like add a brown. So I went into the darkest color that's in that palette, and it's like a dark brown, as you saw. And now I'm just blending that in with the other colors that I put in my crease, the transition shade. And now here I'm going into this deeper orange color that I absolutely love, just to continue to merge those colors and continue to build upon that foundation, so that the more we darken the lid, it's just, it's just a nice transition. Instead of doing, a total, brown or dark eye, this is, I just want another, pop of color in there as well. So as you see, I'm just going to basically continue layering those colors over top of one another. And this is the transition shade that I used in the very beginning, and that's closest to my skin tone. And I'm just going to use that to kind of buff that color out so that it's a smooth transition into the brow color. Now I've gone into a Wet n Wild palette that I love called Lights Out. That black inside of that palette is absolute bomb. It has a little speckle in there, little sparkles, but you can't really see it. It definitely looks like a very matte black, but I love it. So I just put a little bit of that, and now I'm going back into that dark brown in the Serve Cosmetics palette, and I'm just going to blend it. And so I just continue doing that with the brown at this point, because that's all of the black that I'm going to use, because again, I want it to be like a soft smoky eye, not completely brown, but and not completely black either. So what I'm just actually putting some of my finishing powder over that concealer to set that concealer and also serve as, a color under my brow bone. And so right now I am just blending this and blending and making sure that I blend on the sides. One of the things that I love about, doing the tutorials is learning from myself, not how to do what I'm doing, but what not to do. And, in pictures, you see all of where you didn't necessarily blend as much as you should, or where you didn't, or where you could do, where you could do better or how you could do better. So I look at them and look at the pictures and all to see like, hey, okay, next time I need to remember to, make sure the concealer isn't so much packed in the front of my forehead, or, that the color transitioning from my brows into my crease is really, really blended, or on the sides of my nose where my eyeshadow is, there is, it's blended very well, and it doesn't look like it's like a line where all the color on both your eyes is. And so, blending is really key. It's really, really key to, every eye look, a good blend. So here, everything else is pretty much self-explanatory. I'm using that same finishing powder that I set my concealer under my brows with to set the foundation, well, the concealer where I placed it underneath my eye, my forehead, and in those different places. Now I'm just bronzing my face up, making myself look alive. And here I am just making sure that I go ahead and blend, 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 blend every single thing out. And now I'm just taking my foundation powder, which is different than the loose finishing powder. This has a little tint and it's closest to my complexion. So I just use that to finish everything. And instead of using the dark color that I contoured my cheeks and all with, I opt out for the foundation powder that I put towards the bottom of my mouth to do around my nose, so it's not as harsh. Right here, I'm just using a regular black liner pencil to line my eyes. And now I'm kind of smoking it out with that orange color that I put in my crease from Serve Cosmetics, just to give me a nice little smoky eye. But still, it's, smoke out the bottom, but it's still very light. It's still very, very soft. And so I'm just going back over that and continuing to. And next, we are going to be getting to the lashes. But before I put those lashes on, I just took a black pencil and just went over the line of my eye. I'm not doing any type of wing liner or anything because this is, the smoky look. And there's all kind of ways that you can start off with this look. You can put down a base so that you don't have to do as much work as I did. But, this is the way I like it. And it stays all day. It stays in place all day. Now here I am taking some of that color from that palette Lights Out just to deepen underneath my eye and smoke it out just a little bit more, but see how it still looks soft. Now for my next favorite pencil from NYX in the color Light Brown. I love that lip liner to go with lipstick. This color lipstick is by Ruby Kiss and it's in the color Brown Sugar. Next by NYX, I'm using this color Cream Brulee. This is beautiful. Now this by Ofra, O-F-R-A, in the color Rodeo. Rodeo Drive or Rodeo. I love this highlight. You can wear gold, you can wear silver, and you aren't going to tell which color it is. It's just perfect. Now I'm going to finish my face with setting everything in place, and that's it. I hope that you enjoyed my pony and this video. Until next time, hope you enjoyed.